is the North End. This is the North End.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to the North End. My name's Aizaz. I'm going to be doing Liverpool versus Newcastle, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But before I get started, please remember to like and subscribe. Definitely subscribe, preferably like, and even if you're so inclined, leave a comment below as well, because we would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. So I'm going to start with the good. There's quite a few good things to say about yesterday's game. But I'm going to go with the form of Liverpool's attacking three. So much has been made of Mohamed Salah, Darwin Núñez, and even Cody Gakpo at this point. But I have to say, judging by yesterday's performance, it may have been an issue that was more closely related to how things were moving in the other side of the pitch. Not saying that these folks weren't missing chances, but, you know, Darwin and Mo Salah, for example, are not the most clinical of strikers. I mean, neither's Erling Haaland. He's got the greatest, highest number of misses this season. But no, the front three yesterday were very, very sharp. You have to remember that Newcastle have been unbeaten at home. The only team to beat them this season is Liverpool. We did the double on them. And the first game was at Anfield. So they've been unbeaten at home, and they've been very, very watertight at the back as well. And Liverpool at times yesterday were making chances, particularly at 11 versus 11, and then also late as well. Big shout out to Bobby Firmino, who didn't have a great cameo, but still so good to see him back, and you can see what he's trying to do. And of course, Diogo Jota, who should have actually scored. And Diogo needs a goal now as well. Luis Diaz is finally running as well. So the good for Liverpool is the attack. Attack wins games. Attack, I think, wins championships. Of course, the cliche is that defense does. And you have to have a good defense. Liverpool kept a second clean sheet as well. That almost snuck in as my good. But no, I'm very, very happy with the attack. Big challenge coming up for Liverpool next in the Champions League versus Real Madrid. It is at home, though. So I have to say the fact that the attack looks a little bit more like its best, particularly Mo Salah. He was stretching them yesterday. His assist for Cody's goal was awesome. Darwin with a powerful finish, reminiscent of Alan Shearer, that finish actually at St. James's Park. But yeah, Liverpool's attack was good. And I am very happy with that, because obviously there's not been much to celebrate recently. On to the bad. So I think the bad, I would say, how Liverpool seemed to regress when Newcastle went down to 10 men. I'm not sure how that happens consistently with this Liverpool team. It's almost like they need 11v11. They don't know how to power play. They don't know how to put the foot on the throat, so to speak. And yeah, the first 22 minutes, I think it was, were way better than the final 70, other than there was like a good 5-10 minute spells here and there in the second half. And that's a problem, you know, because I think particularly with some of the big games coming up, including the Champions League, if your opponent goes down to 10 men, you have to know how to use that to your advantage, particularly on something like a two-legged game or a knockout game. Not that we have any knockout games left, but still, I think the fact that Liverpool aren't able to make more chances and, you know, make this a 3-4 nil game, because you have to remember as well that if these two are direct rivals, it may come down to goal difference. And every goal that Liverpool was scoring yesterday would have been a goal against Newcastle. So definitely a chance drop there. Look, the 3 points were the main thing. I probably would have taken a draw going into the game, because I really do back Jurgen's boys over the last 15, 16 games overall. But when the game played out as it did, I do think it was pretty bad how Liverpool weren't able to push on. And some individual bad performances as well as the game went on. But no, I have to focus on that. And the ugly. So normally I'm supposed to give a reaction from the Liverpool side. I'm so tempted to say the ugly was Nick Pope's moment of madness. I actually do feel sorry for him, to be honest with you, particularly with what's coming around the corner. Newcastle don't get to cup finals all the time. They've obviously got huge momentum. And now Nick Pope's out. The number 2, Dubravka's out because he's cup tied from Manchester United. How does that happen? which means that their third and fourth choice, one of which is Liverpool's former goalkeeper, Lorik Karius, is going to be in goal for the Carabao Cup final. I want to say that is the ugly, but I have to try to pick something from the Liverpool team, and I'm going to go with something that's not necessarily. It is a backhanded compliment to Alisson, but it's ugly the over-reliance Liverpool have on their holy goalie. Seriously, if never mind the fact that you're 10 men versus 11 for most of the game, but the fact that Alisson Becker is our player of the year this season just goes to show just how bad the rest of the team has been at times. Alisson was amazing again yesterday, always front-footed. His shot stopping is elite. His closing down and his one-on-one is also elite. I'm so happy to have him at Liverpool, but it was ugly how we constantly had him as the last line of defense. And you know what? Newcastle have got some really good players. Saint-Maximin was awesome yesterday, but they don't have Karim Benzema. They don't even have Vinicius. Vinicius isn't the most lethal, but still give him enough chances and he's going to put enough goals in. And we've got some really big games coming up, and Alisson has been a huge savior for us this season. We need to stop the reliance on him. Yesterday's game was 2-0 deserved. It never looked like it should have been 3-4-0 just because Liverpool seemed to take the foot off the gas. And then it could have become 2-1 with 10 minutes to go. And then at that point, with the home crowd, Liverpool obviously not being able to take advantage of the extra man. And suddenly we could have been in a situation where we were cruising, we should have kicked on, and we simply let the game go. And had it not been for Alisson, we would have. So that was a really ugly side of the Liverpool match yesterday. Anyway, that wraps us up. Give us your thoughts. Once again, please like and subscribe. The season is really heating up, so it's going to be a very cool finish. Please join us on that journey. And yes, that was the good, the bad, the ugly from Liverpool versus Newcastle. Next up is Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. Let's see what they got. All the best. Bye.
This is the North End. This is the North End.